A lot of people was asking me, how do I record, not record, but how do I make the rhinestone templates into an image? So what you want to do is go to Google and find any image of your choice. You have to make sure you got a lot of thick lines in it, a lot of detail work, but you don't want too much detail because that's more work. Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, say something in the chat. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Keep tapping the screen. Hello, Miss Kim. How you doing? If y'all can hear me, keep tapping the screen. Just give me taps on the screen if y'all can hear me. Okay. Make sure y'all tap the screen to get my likes up and push my video out. So I'm going to show y'all how to make a rhinestone image. So just find any image you want, but it's more better if you find something that's not so much detail work. Like this right here is pretty much simple. So you got to have Silhouette Business Edition in order to do this. You cannot, you can if you have, it's like a couple softwares, but I use Silhouette Business Edition. So I'm going to just say that. But it is softwares out there that you can use. So I'm going to use my eraser tool to erase a couple details in him that I don't want to show up. And I won't be able to chat a lot, but just be patient with me because y'all know how I get. So you got to be mindful of the sizing that you want the image to be. Right now that is too big, but let me double check what I got my width and height as my paper. So I got this page set up as a 12 by 24, which is what you can get in Cricut Design Space. So I'm going to just size it a little smaller. 14 height is not so bad. It'll be pretty long on your shirt, but the bigger the design, the more detail, you know, that you get. You can stretch it, but then it will like kind of ruin the picture. So you don't want to stretch it because you don't want the picture to be looking like that. And then you have to do too much work. So I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to put it kind of back. Now the width and the height is kind of big. Now the width is only 8, but the height is 13. So think of a 12 by 12 mat. So it's like almost 14 height wise. You make it a little more smaller, it'll be 12.9. It's almost like a 13 width. I mean 13 height, but the width is like 7.69. So right here I made sure everything was cleaned up off of it. So you want to look for a PNG with the background that's already removed. Can y'all hear me very clear, or am I too far away? So what you want to go to your panels, or you can go down here on your right hand side at the very bottom of the screen where you see like the little circle that look like blocks, like a square. It say open the rhinestone panel. You'll click on that, and you'll make sure you just, like this one, just a line fill. It'll just turn the outer line into him. If you look up there, you notice that I forgot to clean certain areas of that. So I have to remove all of that. And then, let me see. If you wanted like a fill, you push this one here, which is the next one, which is what I probably use. That means fill. A radio fill is this one. And what you give is like a circle detail. I like the fill because it just look better. This linear fill is, that's what they call it. This was radio fill. And this one just a edge. What's up, Kenya? So I'm always use this one, but I see some details at the top of the screen that I need to get rid of. So I'm gonna do that now by using my eraser tool. I'm gonna go in here and get stuff that I didn't see. Let me turn back regular. So it might do something weird to me. Let's see. I can always just remove it though. I can just, you know. You're clear. Okay, good. Now see when I turn it into this one, I do not see the detail up here. But let's release stones right here where you see release stones at. See, everything's a rhinestone, but you can also play with your spacing. Right now my spacing is a 0.39. I can make them go closer together for more detailed work. So I'll probably bring it down some to about 30. You see how close they made more detailed work for you. And if I bring it more down, let's go to 20. There's more detailed work. Let's zoom out just a little bit so you can see how much detailed work it brought in there. So you got to be mindful. The more spacing you bring them to close together, the more stones you're going to use. The farther the spacing, the less stones. So right now, by me doing 20 spacing, I'm using 2,506 stones. It shows you down here what size stones you're using. Right here, say 10SS. It shows me I'm using 2,506 stones. But if I go back up to the setting that it was already on, it was on 35. But I probably used that 20. That 20 a little better, but then that probably a lot more work too. I'm only using 2,077 stones. Still a lot of stones. But you got to be mindful too. The closer you cut your stuff together with the flock, is the harder to pull. You know, so but closer is more detailed work. So we're going to probably go with that 20. Let me see 25 look like. Yes, y'all please just tap the screen. Keep tapping the screen. That'll help my likes and push my videos out, hopefully. Are y'all able to see the screen pretty good? So I'm going to zoom in. I had one of my supporters that was trying to do Garfield, and she's doing an amazing job. But I was like, come on here, and I'll show y'all real quick. Simple. I think I want to do that 20. That 20 looked like it gave me more of the black on the eyeballs. It did. Okay. So right now I'm going to release stones, which you see right here. You see my mouse moving? It said release stones. It turned blue. I'm going to push that. Can you share my live out in the Facebook group, please? Let's see. So right now it's going to take it a minute. I got to wait on it to release the stones. Okay, now that it released the stones, I click the back screen and I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to work only on the black areas. Now, before we get started, you know, we seen something up here. I don't know if it's going to show up. It's not showing up no more. But we seen it. It had details going across the screen when I had it as another different pattern. It's not showing up right now. So I guess we don't have to worry about it. I guess it was adding stones to the picture, but we'll figure that out in a minute. But for the most part, you want to click on anything that's going to be black. It's a lot of work, but there's other ways to do it. You just have to figure it out as you go. So you're going to go here. You're going to click on the first thing that's going to be black. You're going to hold your shift button down. As you hold your shift button down, you're going to click on everything that's black. Everything that's going to be black, you just want to shift. And it's kind of hard sometimes, but you got to figure out what you want it to look like. So just click on everything that you figure will probably be black. Keep holding your shift button as you click in each dot so it can highlight it. Let's see. Should be black. It's like a guessing game. You gotta figure out which ones you really feel like can be the black that ain't gonna take too much of the orange out of the picture, because we still got to keep the orange in the picture. So as you notice, it's some black on some of the orange pieces. So you just got to choose which ones you're going to keep orange, which ones you're going to keep black when there's a definition in there like that. It's kind of hard on some pictures. That's why I say choose your pictures wisely, because the detail work in half for them be crazy. I'm telling you. So like right here, I need to decide if I want these two to be black. This one got more black on it. So I think I go with that one, and I go here, and then Here is detailed as well. We're going to find out what it's going to turn out like when I turn them all black. So when I turn it black, it'll show the more detailed work that I'm doing. So right now I'm going to go over here where you see the panel over here on the side, look like a little paint palette, panel, whatever it's. Open the fill panel. It was the fourth one down on the right hand side. You click the black, zoom out, and just kind of pay attention to what it looked like to you. Now, once you turn it the solid color, you ain't going to see so much of the detail work, so you got to remind yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and group that. Now, all those that's already, I'm going to push my back button. Anytime it deselects something, I always push the back button to select it back up. Thank y'all for coming in. Please just tap the screen. Okay, baby, can you have a good day? And you just group it. And that way you got all this black right here together. So you're going to keep that together. And then later on, when we, continue on, we're going to, continue highlighting the black. But right now, you see I got that black. So just in case I missed a dot, I turn it red to see that I missed a dot. So far, it don't look like I missed anything. So I turn it back black. I zoom my screen in. I'm going to start on some of the orange so I can show you more of what it'll look like. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to hold the shift button down. Click everything that's going to be orange. Now you see how this box came across once I clicked this, because I made a mistake and I clicked the black. All you got to do is click one of them blacks and it'll select just the orange again. You do not want to click the black because then it'll group all of it together or change the color together. See, let me show you. See? So that means my black is selected with my orange. So I need to deselect so I can know, what's what. So I'm going to just go right here and deselect. Now you see a little box around only what's supposed to be orange. So let me go ahead and turn that orange. Okay. So now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to only select what I want to be orange. I'm holding down the shift button as I do each dot. And then it's like right now it just seems like a lot of work. But once you move certain areas, you can, drag your mouse and highlight as many as you want at one time. But right now, you kind of got to just work a little harder than what you would like. Going in, just getting every dot. Just holding the shift button down while I'm clicking. Keep holding the shift button as you click. And once again, I'm going to leave a stone out. I left this stone right here on purpose for you to see. Let's turn it to red. And it'll show you what didn't get selected that's supposed to be selected. So anytime you select something before you group it, sometimes you can go ahead and group it and then just turn it to another color. That lets you know if you left any of your orange out or your black. So you go ahead and select those two, turn it red again. You'll see what else didn't get selected. You get what I'm saying? But it's, those are selected. So I just continue to go on over here, get the rest of my orange. And it takes it a minute for my little laptop, so I hope I don't get my button stuck. If anybody know another way to select stuff without holding the shift button down to click one dot at a time, let me know. I already tried the select by color thing. Child, we can do it again. I'll show y'all that in a sec. Sometimes it works good and sometimes it don't. Now right here is kind of hard to figure out what's going to be black because the lines of the blackness is very thin. And it's kind of going over into the other stone here. So you just kind of got to use your imagination and make your own. So let's see. We'll change that red so we can see. So I guess I can deselect this red here. And then I'm going to turn those orange. I'm going to turn them back red. I'm going to turn them green if I can see. And I'm going to group those together. Let me get the other half of this over here so I can see. I'm going to turn black. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to group it together. So that can be together already. Now right here, I left that one red because I think I'm going to turn that black. So hold the shift button down. I'm going to grab all this orange with the little taste of black on it. And I'm going to turn it black. I Probably should have turned this one more of the black. It's kind of hard to know which ones though, for real. You just kind of gotta pick and choose, and then change the color and see for yourself. Okay. Let's see. Go here. Might be a little black. Let's see. This one is not as easy as I thought it was gonna be either. Thought it was gonna be a little more easier to turn into a rhinestone. It's just the detail of the eye that's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Let's just see what that'll look like before I continue. So, let's see. We're just going to keep going. Let's just keep going. We're going to grab a couple of these over here. We're going to hold the shift button down and continue to click each dot at a time. So we're holding down the shift and we just clicking each dot that we want to be black. A lot of work, but I promise you, once you get some of it out the way, it is not as bad as it looks. And not saying this is how people doing it. This is what I did and it worked for me. So this is what I've been doing. To each his own. No judgment. You don't want to do it this way, find your way. I'm just showing you what I did. I think I'm going to leave that one out. So you just got to figure out what you want to turn. It's like a puzzle almost. You just got to kind of figure it out if you want certain stuff a certain kind of way. So I think I'm going to turn that one black. I think I'm going to turn the rest of these black. See, like you can't officially drag on some of them. You just got to pay attention to what you highlight with it. So when I turn the color black, if I highlight it too much, like you see I got that orange in there. I didn't need that orange in there, so I'm going to go back. And I'm going to make sure I click one of those greens to deselect it. Now I'm going to turn it black. And then now what I need to be black will be black. So make sure you do not, you pay attention to you highlighting certain colors, because you only want your black. You don't want your orange in there. And you still hold the shift button down the whole time you're doing any kind of detail work. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and group that. I'm going to make sure I hold the shift button down and make sure I got that other part of that black in there too. And I'm going to push group. Once again, I'm going to change the color to something else to make sure I did not forget one of those colors that I needed to be. So far, it doesn't look like I did. We know the red's supposed to be black, the green's supposed to be orange. So right here is showing all the black. So we know that's supposed to be in the red. We're going to highlight the rest of those. So you can either turn it back black and continue to work, or you can leave it red. Whatever makes you comfortable. But that's just how I know if I left a stone behind or not. For the detail. Are y'all able to still hear me? So we're going to draw a box as much as we can. And we're going to highlight pretty much all this area here. Even though it's supposed to be some orange in there, we just going to have to use it as all black. Because of how it's, designed. Once again, turn it red so you can see if you highlighted anything that didn't supposed to be highlighted. You see right here, I forgot one of my blacks. So that's a good thing. So that's why I say turn it a different color to make sure you didn't leave nothing unturned. Am I explaining it good enough for y'all, or y'all having a hard time understanding? Turn it red. Okay, so this little part need to be in there. So I'll make sure I turn that red. I can leave that little part orange. So I'm going to drag my box as much as I can get of that black. Deselect. If you get any of that orange in there, deselect it. That's all you have to do. And just continue on clicking on what you want to be black. I think I leave. Shit, excuse me. Ooh, let me turn it red, and it'll show me if I don't got enough or something in there. So I think I like that. It don't look too bad. Turn it red. Okay. It don't look too bad. I'm hold the shift button down. Come over here. You do the same over here. And with deselect was not gonna be black. So let's go here, here, here. Let's see. Let's go up here. Turn it red. So we can see that we miss anything. See? When I say turn it red, because you know it's supposed to be black. So sometimes that black will blend in with whatever color is already is. So that's why it's best to turn it to another color until you get everything that's supposed to be that color. There's a lot of detail. It's a lot. It's just, you just gotta kind of figure it out as you go. I'm still learning. I only did a couple of them so far. I'm just still practicing. But every day I learn something new. Every time I make one. So I'm just sharing it with y'all. Hopefully y'all learning something. Nisha Rabbit in there jumping off of stuff, girl, and she at school. I don't know what that means, open the cage. I don't know what, but I ain't in the mood to be watching no rabbit. So turn that red. Let's see what that look like. So I forgot one down here. So we'll go. But I really didn't. I guess I can kind of leave that yellow. Or I can kind of make this orange right here a black. Do that make sense? But it might take some of the detail out the picture, but we'll find out. So we're just going to do that anyway. We'll go ahead and continue to highlight what's going to be black. I feel like this should be like... You might have to drop down a little bit on some of them. Like up in this area here, I can add that stone and make that blend on with that there. I might do that. Let's see what that'll look like. But I was trying to keep as much detail of the picture as I can. But this one here kind of throw the eye off to me. And then I feel like if for me to get that whole detail of the eye, I would have to probably select these three here. Let's see what that look like. And I don't like the way that looks. Let me zoom out a little bit. It don't look bad, but it's like it look like that. BRB? What is BRB? Oh, what's up? Unbiased. Okay. So yeah. That don't look too bad. I might keep that, but I might take these 3, 4 out, like right here. So I'm hold down the shift button. I'm gonna deselect the ones I do not want. And it might throw it off just a tad, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna turn those red so I can know what's gonna be black. Once again, I'm gonna come back over here and I'm gonna try to go back in and get what's gonna be black and highlight it over here. Red. We probably can get away with this orange one here. Let's see. Okay, and we're just gonna right click and we're gonna group it, right? Okay. So now I'm gonna turn it back black. You can see the detail. I'm gonna turn this one orange. So you can see a little more detail. Now, I haven't made it to a certain parts yet, but that don't look bad, right? It just takes a little of the definition out of the picture because the picture has more drawn skinny lines. So you just kind of got to use your imagination on certain parts of it. I hope I'm helping. I hope I'm making sense. Okay. So like right now, I can probably move that black out the way. And I can try to highlight as much orange as I can right here. But then I would have to deselect um, all that yellow just by doing that. So I will probably do as much of the orange. And then I see this little yellow in there. So I hold down my shift button and I will deselect the yellow. But my orange is still highlighted because I don't want that in there. Then I will go in here and I will try to drag. You can't drag your mouse, but like I said, you still gonna be having to deselect something. So at this point, you might as well just figure it out as you go. And it's a lot of work, but I was like, if I can sit and put one stone at a time on a cup, I can do this. So I'm gonna turn it into another color so I can see that I leave anything. As you can see down here, 2 of the orange stones are still sitting there. So that means I need to select those. I don't know if you can see or not. I try to zoom in as much as possible. But I go in and I will select both of those stones because they're out of there. This little area over here need to be orange. So you can drag as much as you can. Just don't want to highlight this yellow. As you can see right here, one of the yellow stones got selected. I don't need that. So I'm going to hold down shift button. I'm going to deselect that stone. We'll drag my box over here. And I'm going to come over and grab all the oranges that I can. And I'm going to deselect what don't supposed to be orange. So I'm going to check this side over here. There's 2 stones over here that's supposed to be orange. I'm going to scroll up some more. And trying to grab all the orange stones. That's all I'm trying to grab at this point. Now I'm going to have to deselect this because this might be black. We got to wait till we get back with the other little pieces of black that I had. But for the most part, I'm trying to grab as much of this face as I can. We'll worry about the details in a minute. Now, this is not no easy process. So if you're not willing to do this, don't judge me. Try something else that works for you. I'm not telling you to do it. I was just coming on sharing what I did. People asked how I made the little girl picture with the crown. This is what I did. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. So make sure I turn everything orange. I'm going to go right click and I'm going to group that together. I'm going to zoom out so you can see. Okay? So I can move this, but I got to go back in. Let me make sure I highlighted everything that need to be highlighted. Okay, so you see I turn it red to make sure I didn't leave no orange stone that can be turned orange behind. And I do see one down here. So I'm going to hold down shift while the red is selected. Hold down the shift button, select that stone that didn't get selected, turn it into a red stone, and then I'm going to group it together. Can y'all hear me very clear? Let me go back. Because one of my stones in the yellow got highlighted. And then I got to deselect by holding shift button down. I got to deselect what didn't supposed to be selected. Then I got to group it back together. Okay, so now I can turn it into orange. What's left red was the part of that yellow that I did not need to be in there. So now I can move that. Now I got to remember the eyeballs are in here as well. So we got to figure that part out too. So I'm going to move this. And this is him over here. Okay, right up in here is the eyeballs. So I just draw a box to make sure I kind of grab all of them. And I'm going to turn them gray. And I'm going to group those together. So I'm going to push group. Hopefully I grabbed everything. If not, I will find out in just a sec. Let me turn them another color before we can see. Okay, so we'll put it back because this stone here need to stay, which is going to be yellow. So I'm going to ungroup it. I'm going to hold down shift button, deselect the one that don't supposed to be there. Group the rest of them back together. I'm gonna change the color to something crazy if I can see. Um, I can't see for real. Put it back over there and make sure it lines up where it's supposed to go. Okay. So that looked like we did good with the eyes. Now I'm gonna highlight all of this, which is gonna be the yellow. But as you notice, it got like a little pink part up in there too. So I'm gonna hold down shift button where I got everything highlighted. Deselect the pink. I'm gonna group what's supposed to be yellow together. All right. Zoom back out for y'all can see. I'll bring this over here. I'm gonna change the eyesight to something else because that's a yellow too. So I'm gonna do a gray because they supposed to be white. So I'll do it a darker gray if I can see. Let's do dark. Okay. Then get this little piece of nose. Turn that pink. And then I'm gonna group that together. Okay? You can put that over there. So you can make sure you want to draw a box and make sure, and then that's on the screen up in that area that you forgot that was traced, so it won't go in with your stuff. So I always try to go back and check because we made a mistake on the last image. Okay, so that's it on that part. Now what you want to do is take the whole image back over here, line it back up as good as possible. Zoom your screen in to where you can really see the detail. Make sure ain't no stones laying on top of each other. See, that was a stone on top of that orange. So you know it wasn't in the right place, right? So you need to bring it over. Bring it over. Okay. So we know it go in there somewhere. So we just need to make sure our orange is lined up where it need to go. Should no stones be touching. Okay. Okay, so now that's the detail work. Now you just got to continue to do the rest of it just like that. What's up? How you doing? I appreciate y'all coming in. Please tap the screen. Just keep tapping the screen to get me my likes. So now we'll go in. We can go in with black now. So right now we see this little detail work on the hands need to be did. So we'll hold down the shift button as we select everything that's going to be black still. And like I said, it's kind of up to you. You just got to kind of pay attention to the picture to see what dot that you can push that ain't going to take too much definition from the picture. And it's kind of hard because the lines are so skinny. So you just go in. You can always draw a little box and try to grab as many as you can, but then you're still going to have to deselect what don't supposed to be highlighted. So you go in here, here. I guess I go here. Go here, here, here. We zoom up some. Go here, here, here. Go here, here, here. I'm gonna draw a little box here. Try to grab as many as you can. Make sure I did that. And once again, you want to change the color to make sure you got everything that's supposed to be black. Because if something ain't highlighted or changed, you'll know it. So change the color from whatever the color gonna be for you can see if you left any stones behind. I can't scratch that enough. Zoom out. Okay. It's like this little stone here. I guess I can bring that in there. I can bring this one in there. Just to kind of make it look kind of full, but I kind of just be leaving it. Drag a box here. Try to grab as much black as I can. Deselect what's not going to be black. Click on the ones that are going to be black. And this is a simple one because it ain't that much color detail now. With the ones that's like a lot of color, ooh, it's a lot of work. But I like a challenge. That little girl was a challenge, honey. And then the princess was too. And then they do sell machines where you don't have to do none of this. You just can design it, and then the machine lay the stones like you would like them to. Once again, turn it into red or another color where you can see if you highlight everything that need to be that color. Yes, in my Etsy shop, custom template called more because it takes so long and ain't no telling what kind of detailed picture they'll do. But if they want a custom template and if I can do it, I'll do it. But it's gonna cost more money than what I charge in my Etsy shop. As you see, it's a lot of work. The bigger the detail, the more it's gonna cost. Something simple like this will probably start at $25. But anything up with a whole bunch of detail and color, shit, it's gonna break your pocket because I'm not finna sit here all day. Something that probably won't take me number like 30 minutes to an hour. I do that like pretty quick. So, thank y'all for tapping the screen. If y'all continue to tap the screen, it will push the live out for more people can come in. Hopefully we won't be on here much longer because I gotta go anyway. I go to work and I sure the fuck don't want to, but I gotta go. I don't gotta go. I'm gonna go though. Just put it like that. We got choices. If we don't want to do something, we ain't gotta damn do it. Remember that. You got choices. Don't let nobody tell you you don't. You are responsible for your own happiness. So don't get suckered up thinking you just gotta do some shit. You just gotta make another way. If you ain't willing to make another way, then you gotta go. I'm always willing to make another way, but I'm doing it to be social. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. We almost there. And if you mess around and let this button go, all your stones be deselected, all you have to do is hit the back button. Don't freak out. Because I have done it, honey. I'll be like, God damn it. But it ain't even worth you freaking out. All you got to do is hit the back button. So I'm going to go ahead and group that. I got some more to go ahead and... what the hell did I push this then? I hope I didn't push that offset. I didn't. Okay, so go ahead and go ahead and get the rest. There's so much out here we can be doing, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie like I ain't lazy myself, but you don't have to be shy. Whatever kind of talent you got, just get out here and help. Somebody gonna watch. It might not be the views you want it to be, but hey, just keep going, honey. That's all I can tell you. God got it, and He gonna always make a way. If y'all look over to my left, if you can see the screen real good while I'm clicking, it's like some of the black that's supposed to be in there. It's left behind over there in that red. That's why I say turn it into another color, because then you can see what you left behind better by turning it into another color. Hold down shift. These two over here, it did not get selected. Bring the screen over so I can see some more. Okay. So I'm going to highlight everything that's supposed to be black and red. Well, black rather. Turn it red. Zoom the screen out if I can see before I group it. Okay, so now we got everything that's supposed to be black. We got that selected. So now I'm going to right click, group that together. I'm not going to make it a compound path just yet, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, after you group, whatever color is going to be a color, you're supposed to make it a compound path. Thank y'all for the taps on the screen. So now all the black is selected, right? We got that out the way. Now we're going to pull this out the way. We're going to pull the little nose out the way. We're going to pull the little eyes. And we're going to highlight this whole freaking part here. And we're going to turn it orange. Now we're going to right click and we're going to group it together. Okay? Then you'll make it a compound path. But like I said, I don't know if I had everything lined up right. Sometimes it's not good to move your stuff out the way. So let's see. Everything looks good so far. Put it back together. His eyes supposed to be black, don't it? I changed the side to, oh, that's the white part. Or is that the black part? Girl, what color is that? I think it's supposed to be. I need to look at the picture. Some of this eyes supposed to be black. Let me go and merge the picture in. Let me see. So merge. Let's see, merge. Let me look at the picture. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, so a couple of them little eyeballs at the top. Let's go back in. We're going to zoom in. And we're going to probably take 2 or 3 of these at the top. So let's just line them up here. We're going to ungroup those. So right click, ungroup. That's why I said I don't turn everything to a compound path after I got everything sized and highlighted and, you know, whatever. So right here, while everything's still selected, hold down the shift button and deselect at least the ones you want to be the black. Just say that. Hopefully I'm doing the right color ones, but if not, it is what it is, child. I ain't tripping. And then while they still selected, I'm gonna go right click and I'm gonna group those back together, and then I'm gonna change that to a pink. No, I'm gonna change it to let's see, a green if I can see. So the gray is supposed to be black. If y'all can hear me say something. I don't know how the hell that just did all that. Shit. I might have to find me another way to do it when folks can't get on my phone. Can y'all hear me? Say something, please. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I can hear me, so that's good enough. Okay. Okay, so I ain't gonna be on here longer, but this is pretty much it. You need to line everything up before you make a compound path. If you don't have everything lined up correctly and you mess around and make a compound path when you try to layer your stones onto the shirt, it's gonna be hard as hell for it to lay where it's supposed to lay. So you might want to make sure everything is not touching. Everything got a space where it's supposed to have a space in it. Okay. Just pay attention to your details. So just check your image. Make sure everything is lined up, not touching. I'm gonna turn that red black. I turned the wrong thing black. Let me turn it orange. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom out so I can see. Okay. So that is the finished product. I'm gonna turn his eyes. We can turn them white, I guess, but that is what it'll look like. So it'll show too much detail on his lid. So I don't like that. I want his eyes to look like the little bitty that it's supposed to look like. So let me change those to red if I can see. So I probably would do two little dots here and then make these here the white. So let me ungroup those. While holding down the shift button, I'm going to deselect what's not going to be the white, right? So we'll deselect that. Let me go back. Okay. And then I am going to turn it a light, like a darker green type, lighter green, whatever. Then I'm going to group those back together. Now I'm going to highlight this green, and then I'm going to select those reds and bring those and make those um, dark green. And then I will group those together. Okay, so now I will turn it back black. And then I will turn this white. Don't have to be white. I just, wanted to see. Okay, so something happened bad in this part here because the nose is missing. We gotta figure out what the hell happened to the nose. My nose is missing. And I don't know why. Delete that. Um, so somehow when I did it, I don't remember deleting nothing. But anyway, shit, we did it or whatever, but the nose is missing. I don't know what I did with the nose, y'all. It's not there. It will be whatever color that's there, but somehow I deleted it, and I don't know what I deleted to cause the nose to be deleted. It might be on the screen somewhere, and I just probably don't see it, but there you go. We need to make that bitch a little more pinker so we can see that whole. We're gonna make it that color. There you go, y'all. My bad. There go the nose. I was like, Lord, where the damn nose go? So there you go. I hope y'all learned something today. Y'all make sure y'all have a blessed one. Comment, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is the best uni. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm gonna try to get off of here. Let me figure it out. Hold on.